It's the 1990 NBA Finals on the 40-year sim. This is Nutty Sports Gamer. The matchup is between the Detroit Pistons and the Los Angeles Lakers. This is how this episode is going to go. We're going to drop into the ends of these games, and we're just going to hear the commentators, not me. So no highlights in this video. I think there's a couple of simcast games along the way, but for the most part, we're just dropping in to the ends of the games, I should say. So for example, there's 3.5 minutes left to go in this game. I'm going to show you the rest of it with very, very minimal editing, and then I'm going to stop talking and let the announcer take it away from here, and I'll come back after this game is over.
To the inside, and here with the steal. Here's Teagle, worthy defending. Kicks it out to Rodman. Outside Harper, pass to Thomas. Outside Harper. Clock at 4. Pass to Thomas. Back to Harper. To the middle. Here's Lambier, and he uses the glass on the layup. Lambier's got 10 points in just the second half.
You hear about his physical toughness, but how about the mental toughness by Bill Lambier?
Thank you, David. James Worthy on the wing. The pass to Pierce. Thomas against Johnson. Over Thomas. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Coming alive in a big situation. Buckets like this is why Magic Johnson is called Magic Johnson.
Now, here's Thomas. Excellent D there by Johnson. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Lakers. At one point, they led by 16. Green with a screen on Thomas. From 17 feet out. That one off the back iron and out.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there from Pierce. A floater. He lays it in. Pierce has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Great recognition to read the D and go with the floater. Beautiful touch.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
The energy and focus on display. Saw an opportunity to get inside, and they continue to build this lead.
And it's Teagle missing.
And usually, you can count on him to convert there. The D did just enough to throw him off.
Looking like Moses Malone out there, just dominating the glass.
He's going all out on the glass. Every time a shot goes up, he's getting the positioning he wants and hauling in the rebounds.
Inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul. You know, that's what we call a good foul. Make them earn it at the line.
It might not be pretty, but that's the right play in that situation. He saved the layup with that foul.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, that time he made the most of that trip to the line and cuts the deficit.
Johnson outside. Green with a screen on Thomas. Johnson can't hit.
His shooting has just dropped off in this quarter. He needs to rediscover his rhythm.
Harper with the ball. Now Green defending. Harper kicks to Thomas. Fires, high post. That one, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Johnson. And so they foul intentionally.
Isaiah Thomas. Third personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles. Johnson. Magic Johnson. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
You love the way Magic controls the pace of the game. He does it from start to finish.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 6-point ball game.
You know, important for him to come.
So that does it for that game. 111-103 is the final score. Los Angeles Lakers beat the Pistons, take a 1-0 series lead in the finals. Isaiah Thomas had 23 points, 13 assists. Magic Johnson at 31 and 14. And that, my friends, is game 1. So that's pretty much how it's going to be for this episode. I just want to see if people like this more than they liked how I handled the other finals in previous seasons. So let me know if you like it this way. If you don't like it this way, maybe I'll do it a little bit differently next time. But we'll see how this goes. And maybe I got a nice screenshot in there. We'll see. I don't know. Let's move on to Game 2. Still at the Palace, of course. The Lakers have a lead, but the Pistons are keeping things close. Now it's tied, and we should probably jump in before I try to simulate any further. We're going to jump in. 7.5 left to go. Now let's just take it away.
Here's Pierce. Lakers passing it around. Johnson left side. And Pierce gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Pierce has got 19 points.
Known for being a sharp passer, Johnson genuinely loves distributing the rock and dropping dimes.
The high post shot, and good. He nails it.
Big effort gets the big reward. Simply outplaying the defense.
Thomas against Johnson. Pass to Worthy. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Worthy's got 4 points this quarter.
Watching Worthy, he's just so smooth in everything he does.
Lambeer with a screen on Johnson. Thomas gets the bucket.
He has been in some kind of groove here lately, really cooking on the offensive end.
Yep, this is exactly what we saw from him in their last game. Lots of confidence.
Pierce finds Worthy. Green up on top. To the paint. Harper with the steal. It's Thomas on the wing. Lambeer a screen. Shot clock at 6. Thomas, no good.
And the D got super lucky he didn't drain that one.
Shoots it. That one's good. And the Piston lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from James Worthy.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Harper against Pierce. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Thomas got the lead up to 4 now for the Pistons.
When Thomas finds his offense, he's deadly because he knows how effective he is when he maintains his aggressiveness.
Now here's Worthy. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on English.
That was an easy call on that shot.
Refs will call that one 10 out of 10 times.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Detroit. That free throw, no good.
Well, the poise that Worthy brings to his game, I mean, it's impressive. He keeps his cool even in tough situations, and he always seems to allow the game to come to him.
Detroit making a switch here. Rodman's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Now, here's English. Passes it to Thomas. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Goes to show you how well Johnson anticipates. Sees the shot forming and is able to get a hand on it.
On the wing, Johnson puts it up from 17 and right on target. Good. Johnson's got 12 points here in the second half.
With the game in the balance, he is ramping up his intensity. You can feel it.
And that's exactly what Coach needs from him. A big offensive effort down the stretch. Pretty easy around the cup. He'll convert that most every time.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Lakers. Lambeer grabs the board. Lambeer's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Thomas dishes to English. Unloads from 13. Lambeer's shot is off. Lakers trail by 3. Outside, Pierce. Johnson outside. Fades back. Again, the miss by Johnson. The Pistons have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Pierce against Harper. English right side. It's Thomas high post. Over Johnson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
In terms of rebounding, Rodman is elite. He fights hard to get the offensive board and send it back.
There's the pass to Green. On the wing, Johnson. Here's the hook. Count it. Johnson's got 27 points.
Coming alive in a big situation. Buckets like this is why Magic Johnson is called Magic Johnson.
Now, here's Lambeer. Back to Thomas. Over Johnson. Thomas, no good. Lakers trail by 3. Locks up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by Worthy.
No surprise there. It's big game James. What do you expect? Living up to his name is what he does.
Timeout call, the Pistons.
You know, he recognized his players were fatigued and needed to catch their breath. Those guys were cooked out there.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, during the last break, I heard what Emmanuel Barnett was talking about with his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Lambeer. Outside Harper. Pass to Rodman. Thomas against Pierce. 6 to shoot. Thomas down low. Excellent D there from Pierce.
You expect to get 2 points there. A little unlucky for them.
Harper with the steal.
They'll need to make some major adjustments to compensate for him fouling out with the game on the line.
Cooper, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Third team foul. Now into the lineup for the Lakers, Michael Cooper.
Outside, Rodman. Back to Harper. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Rodman sets the screen for Thomas. It's deflected.
Solid D from Cooper, using that athleticism and sneaky length to deny shots.
Worthy throws it down.
This is the creativity he brings to this offense. Fantastic at involving his teammates with his passing.
Johnson against Thomas. The kick out to Harper. Hodman sets a screen. From 7, tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Rodman's got 4 points this quarter.
The heart and hustle of this team. Rodman converts and punches.
Johnson against Thomas. 13 feet away. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Dennis Rodman picks one up.
Shooting for Los Angeles. Johnson. Magic Johnson. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that ties the game up.
In these huge moments, you want Magic Johnson at the line.
And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
When the game is tight, he is the guy who they want at the stripe. Someone who consistently makes his free throws.
Pierce against Harper. English outside. Outside Thomas. Lambier is screaming. 5 to shoot. Over Johnson. It's in!
Calm, collected, and composed. Nicely done.
Yes, he coolly got that one to drop under pressure.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Here's Pierce. The dish to Worthy. Back to Pierce. Here's Johnson. Green with a screen on Thomas. Johnson, wide open. He fires. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so Thomas will bring it up for Detroit. It's a 1-point game. Lambier with a screen on Johnson. Thomas into the lane. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
It's a different kind of defense teams play in the postseason. Much more intense, more in your face. High energy plays like that one are winning plays.
Lambier passes to Harper. Stolen away. And now in transition is Pierce. Here we go. Worthy dishes to Pierce. Johnson surveying the floor. Over Thomas. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. That concludes Game 2 of the NBA Finals. So for Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, and our entire 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching this 2K sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
What a game. 94-93. Magic Johnson had a chance to win the game for the Lakers at the very end there, but the shot rattled out, and the Pistons take Game 2, tying the series at 1-1. That looks like a pretty nice shot. That might be the winner. Pretty much I need one thumbnail to sum up this whole series. That might be it, but maybe there's other thumbnails along the way throughout this series. That might be a better summation of this series in one picture. I don't know. But that is the game. Game 2, tied series, like I said. Let's check out Game 3. Now we are at the Forum. It's June 1st, 1990. And it's looking like the Detroit Pistons have a pretty commanding lead against the Lakers. And this is going to be the simcasted game. There's at least one. There might be two more. I don't remember. 132-110 is the final score here. Alex English had 40 points. Isaiah Thomas had 32. So to answer the question, is Alex English, was he worth the trade? Was it worth trading away Adrian Danley for Alex English? The answer might be yes. because now the Pistons have a 2-1 series lead. And this series, in this game at the Forum, the Pistons once again, they had the lead. Now they have it back. Okay, let's check out this game. 92-89. 9.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Thomas surveying the D. Rodman passes to Harper. Driving the lane. Shot from 12. And then Lambier with the dunk.
Following up on the play, Lambier giving his all to make sure they convert.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Scott kicks to Pierce. Shoots over Harper. The shot by Pierce will not go.
Well, there wasn't much there in terms of defensive pressure. I'm sure he'd like another crack at that shot.
Harper the pass to Ingram. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. From the inbound.
Scott is a pesky defender. He does a great job forcing action.
Down low. Here's Pierce. Pass to Cooper. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. Green up on top. Defended by Rodman.
Defense backing off there, knowing the mid-ranger is a low percentage.
And English gets to Thomas. Lambier screen to take the lead. And right through it.
Well, I think the defense has to guard Thomas a lot better than that. He's really good in that mid-range area.
That's good. He's 5 for 9.
He knows he can't waste this possession, so he works his way inside for a point-blank look.
No reason to settle in these situations. If they're going to give that up, he's going to take it.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
That's such a big play here in a close game like this one. Great concentration from him.
Detroit with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Harper. Here's Lambier. Rodman trying to break free. Lambier, good. Lambier's got 20.
Relentless in his approach. Lambier comes at you every minute he's on the floor.
Pass to Green. On the wing, Scott. He's guarded by Thomas. That's tipped.
Nice awareness from Lambier on defense. Sees the shot forming and gets there for the rejection.
And so English will bring it up for Detroit. Led by as many as 14 points. Feeds to Rodman. Good. Great play by English to set it up. English has got assist number 8 here in this one already. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pistons. Now, here's Scott. And Green now, top of the key. The pass to Cooper. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Pierce for 3. Rodman grabs the miss. Detroit leading by 3. Here's English. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. Lakers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Cooper. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Bill Lambier.
Smart play to save the easy shot. He'll make them earn it at the line.
I like the strategy. Make them shoot for it.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Johnson, he's checked in for Cooper. one is no good.
They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Outside Thomas. Passes to Harper. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his 8th assist here tonight.
Boy, he's so crafty, Isaiah Thomas, and really unselfish. A pass-first point guard who knows exactly when one of his guys is open and how to get it to him.
Here's Johnson. Rebounded by Lambier. Lambier's got rebound number 13 at that last one. Here's English, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Now it's a 6-point Piston lead.
It's tough to deny him those mid-range looks. English is creative at getting to his spots and uses that high release point to convert.
Johnson, the 17-footer, goes down. Johnson's got 10 points here in the second half.
This is not the time for the defense to be playing loose now. They gave him an opening there in the mid-range, and that's dangerous.
And great job on offense, getting the ball to the right guy where he could do damage.
Now, here's English over Pierce. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, finding looks has not been a problem for English so far. Playing with a ton of confidence on that end of the floor.
Thomas against Johnson. Pass to Green. And here is Scott. Rocket 6. Shoots over Harper. Scott, good.
Slippery play by Scott, staying nimble and making his way around the contact.
Thomas against Johnson. Pass to Harper. Now, here's English. Guarded closer. Lambier screen. Here's Thomas. Bank shot. No good.
That's a quality shot right there. It just didn't fall for him.
Hey, they don't all end in scores. Great execution, and they're happy that they had that kind of a chance.
And that one's good by Pierce.
When we talk point guards, Magic is a guy you'd love to have running the show.
And there's the pass to Thomas. Lambier screen. The 19-foot shot. Lambier, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Lambier's got 22 points.
Excellent timing, outstanding positioning.
You're right. Right on cue to tip in that shot. And he protects the play well.
It's also paying attention. He knew exactly what he had to do there.
Up again, and Green is right there.
When they need him most, Green puts in the work and finds the bucket.
And the Pistons with possession here. They've led by as many as 14 points. Rodman with a screen on Pierce. Elbow shot is on the way. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
When you need a bucket, English is the guy you look to.
Timeout called the Lakers.
He said if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Now here's Johnson. Lambier with the steal. It's Thomas, high post. Johnson on him. Rodman trying to break free. Thomas, no good.
His shooting has just dropped off in this quarter. He needs to rediscover his rhythm.
And again, no good by the Lakers. Pistons leading by 4. English with it. Now Green defending. And English, a bucket on the assist from Ron Harper. 24 points for Alex English. The Lakers shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Pass to Johnson. Over Thomas. And that one hits back iron. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Detroit. To the middle. Here's English. And English with the stop.
Boy, that was a nasty throwdown right there. This is exactly why you can't give English the position he wants.
Pass to Johnson. And good that time. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, this is a rinse and repeat just like last game. He's had his fingerprints all over this one, looking totally dominant.
He realizes his strengths on offense and does a fantastic job playing to them and finding ways to stay hot.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Detroit. Ron Harper taking 2 shots.
It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
Boy, you get so much game from a guy like Ron Harper. Passing, scoring, defending, rebounding. He really is a guy who can do everything for his team.
And he is unable to get the second one. 18 feet out and right on target. Good. Worthy's got 24.
No surprise there. It's a big game team. What do you expect? Living up to his name is what he does.
Thomas. Pass to Hart. Back to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Pistons lead by 7.
Boy, inside, the defense goes all out trying to stop Thomas, but he stays focused and manages to get around him for the bucket.
Now here's Pierce. Johnson can't hit. Outside Thomas, and he's going up for the alley-oop. And Harper.
That Ron Harper dunk just about seals it for the Pistons. 118-109 is the final score there. Alex English, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, and Ron Harper each had over 20 points in this game. Wow. And the Pistons win both games at the Forum. Who would have expected that? I certainly didn't. And now they have a 3-1 series lead as we go back to the Palace for Game 5. And yeah, that's a nice shot at Dennis Rodman. Maybe a nice thumbnail Dennis Rodman could really be nice for this video as we move on to Game 5. Lakers, Pistons. This is looking like another close one. Are we going to jump in? Yeah.
Green, the pass to Johnson. Green breaking loose. No good that time. And the Pistons now going the other way. Passes it to Thomas. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Thomas got 26 points.
Oh, Thomas can score from all over the floor. Big shot that time.
And the pass to Johnson. Over Thomas. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Scott. And the Lakers lead by 6.
Starting in his college days, Magic Johnson's been a clutch performer, a title winner.
Laimbeer with a screen on Johnson. It counts! And now they trail by just 4.
What a big-time shot from a big-time leader. Thomas coming up huge there.
Johnson draws it up. The kick out to Scott. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Or the poise that Worthy brings to his game, I mean, it's impressive. He keeps his cool even in tough situations, and he always seems to allow the game to come to him.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Back to English. Pass to Laimbeer. Here's Theus. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Rodman kicks to Thomas. They get it back.
Can never question how hard.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yep, good foul to stop the clock.
couple of misses here, and they could be back in it.
Shooting for Los Angeles. Byron Scott. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And you know, Scott.
Lakers beat the Pistons in Game 5 at the Palace, 105-101. Magic Johnson and James Worthy both had 23 points apiece. And before we go, I definitely want to grab myself a screenshot, a thumbnail potentially, of this game. Isaiah Thomas with a jump shot just might be a candidate worthy of being a thumbnail. But I will look through my options before I post this video. And of course, you already know what the result is, but this is my process, man. This is just how, it's the simplest way for me to pick a thumbnail. Anywho, Game 6, we're back at the Forum. This is looking like another close game, so let's jump into it.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Green with a screen on Thomas. They double-team Johnson. Over Thomas. Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Thomas, good.
Good vision from Harper on that play. Spotting a ready shooter, finding a way to get him the ball.
James Worthy on the wing. Outside, Green. Back to Worthy. Johnson draws the double. 5 on the clock. Scott against Thomas. It's good, and the Pistons lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Scott. Scott's got 5 points now this quarter. Inside Thomas. Pass to Harper. Up top, English. Mahorn and screen on Worthy. English gets it to go from 18 feet away.
It's tough to deny him those mid-range look. English is creative at getting to his spots and uses that high release point to convert.
Passes it to Worthy. Shoots over English. Yep, it goes, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from James Worthy.
With the game in the balance, he is ramping up his intensity. You can feel it.
And that's exactly what Coach needs from him. A big offensive effort down the stretch. And bodying him up there, making sure to get position. Some nice rebounding technique.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Inside, Worthy is so graceful. Even the contact of a foul can't stop him completely.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Finding a 6'9" guy who moves like Worthy, rare. That's why he was a first overall pick.
Rodman, he's checked in for Mahorn. Los Angeles calls timeout. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Brad Nelson had some words for his team during the break. This is still a close game, and he told us, guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Thank you, David. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Thomas passes to Rodman. Johnson against Harper. They grab their own miss and count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
This is Rodman's role. He's out there to eat glass, and he doesn't let his teammates down.
Dennis Rodman at the line for 1.
free throw drops for Rodman.
The hard-working junkyard dog throwback game of Rodman is part of what makes him so lovable and valuable. He's considered one of the greatest defenders ever, and he's also in that category as a rebounder, too. His hot streak continues.
Night after night, making his presence felt offensively.
English looking around. Goes up on the high post. That one goes. Count it. English has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, I think they've got to show a little more anticipation dealing with these screens because right now they're just laying on them and getting stuck.
Look, you have to go over the top or duck under. Right now, they're seemingly trying to go through the screen.
Now, here's Green. Scott kicks to Johnson. Over Thomas. And Magic Johnson the bucket on the assist by Scott.
And he's delivered.
And so Thomas will bring it up for the Pistons. He lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Here's Worthy. Again, Los Angeles. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Lakers. The Pistons trailing. Outside Harper. And it's Rodman, top of the key. He can't get that one, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. Partner, seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed to.
Yes, sir. I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results he's seen. Coming alive in a big situation. Buckets like this is why Magic Johnson is called Magic Johnson.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
That's such a big play here in a close game like this one. Great concentration from him.
Here's Thomas after Magic Johnson's bucket. English on the wing. Thomas up top. 6 to shoot. On the high post. Lakers with the rebound.
I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he was too open or something. He really should have hit that one.
Thomas with the steal. Over Scott. Second chance shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Rodman.
Clutch basket from the Worm. Out there for more than his defense and rebounding.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Pass to Johnson. Over Thomas. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
And a nice play by Scott. Outstanding in the secondary playmaker role.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Worthy against English. Outside Thomas. Back to English. Shot clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Lambier, and there's the bucket. Steve with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Here's Johnson. Over Thomas. Shot by Johnson, no good. And Coach, something you appreciate, the ball distribution has been terrific in this one.
Yeah, they've showed how efficient their offense can be when they're this unselfish.
Excellent anticipation there on the defensive end. Almost got the steal.
Yeah, can't be loose with the ball around him.
We've got 1:23 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Thomas. Kept alive. English passes to Thomas. Harper with the ball. To tie it up.
Scott is a pesky defender. He does a great job forcing action.
A shot by Johnson, no good. It's been a couple minutes, Coach, since they led in this game.
They'd love to change that here.
Thomas kicks to Harper. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Magic Johnson picks one up.
What a pressure situation. And it's Ron Harper, a chance to be tonight's hero.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Boy, the energy Ron Harper brings to his game is pretty impressive. I mean, it helps him make contributions on both ends because he's always putting forth great effort.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Count it!
Talking about much in the clutch. Great.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Thomas passes to Harper. The 19-foot shot. That's another rebound. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Can never question how hard Bill Laimbeer works. His team.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Well, it was a must-foul situation. They were hoping for somebody not quite so good at the line.
And that's a good job from the offense to get it into his hands. They knew the foul was coming and got it to their shooter.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2.
This team feels confident giving the ball to Scott down the stretch. He's a tremendous shooter, and his stroke translates to the free throw line.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
From deep, Thomas misses the 3. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Well, you know, he had to stop the clock, so that really was the best thing he could have done there.
Yep, can't just let the other team drain the clock when it's close like this.
So he goes.
Well, that's the end of this game. James Worthy making those free throws pretty much seals it. 102-97 is the final score. Isaiah Thomas had 20 points and 19 assists. And do we not see what the Lakers did? I guess we don't, but you know what? The important thing to note, of course, is that the Lakers and the Pistons are tied 3 apiece in the series, which means we are having a Game 7 finally in this sim. We have a Game 7 in the finals. The Pistons have yet another. This is their 3rd straight Game 7 in this playoffs. That's pretty funny, interesting, whatever you want to call it. And let's see how this game goes. Close game. Except now it looks like the Pistons are running away with it at the Palace. That is a little anticlimactic, unfortunately. But we still got to a Game 7. So let's just be appreciative of that. Let's watch the rest of this game and see the Pistons celebration, and I'll catch you to wrap things up for this episode.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green finds Scott from deep. The Lakers rebound. Oh, and it's over. The Detroit Pistons are the new NBA champions. All the travel, all the practices, all the meetings, all the games, wins and losses, the emotion, the exhaustion culminating into tonight.
And whenever you win the NBA championship, there is a level of accomplishment and excitement that really can't be matched. Pretty amazing to have accomplished this goal.
The celebration is here, and this place is going crazy.
Look at the excitement on the faces of Terry Teagle, Reggie Theus, and Rick Behord. They look absolutely thrilled that they have won the NBA championship. Their teammates are ecstatic. Those guys do not give a shit. Man, they're just like standing there, no reaction whatsoever. But you know what? The Pistons do win. Isaiah Thomas gets the Larry O'Brien trophy from David Stern, raises it up high above his head, ecstatic that he's won one for the team that he's played for his entire career. Drafted in 1981, right? So he's been there for almost 10 seasons, or maybe this is his 10th season. He had 35 and 15. Alex English had 34 points and 9 assists. And Alex English, man. Alex English as the number 2 guy really stepped up. He was exactly what the Pistons needed. So some great work by the GM of the Pistons to trade for Alex English, because he ended up being a key part of this whole operation. Alex English also is 36 years old. So 36 years old, he comes to the Pistons and he helps them win a ring. His first ring, the Pistons' first ring. It's pretty magical, guys. That's some pretty good stuff. But you know what? We got to give it up to Magic Johnson. He played his tail off all postseason. Came up short at the end, but man, took the 64-win Pistons to 7 games. That is nothing to sneeze at. Isaiah Thomas wins the Finals MVP trophy. So Isaiah Thomas cementing his legacy as one of the all-time great point guards. And that does it for the 1990 NBA season. As we check out the league leaders for the postseason, Michael Jordan, of course, led the league, led the playoffs with scoring, 36.5 points per game, and only 4 games though, only a 4-game sample size. I guess the more impressive one would be Magic Johnson at average over 30 a game in a 22-game sample size. And here's the rest of the leaders in other big categories. And let's move on to player retirements. World Be Free has retired. David Thompson, George Gervin, Lonnie Shelton, Artis Gilmore. I thought he already retired, but now he's really retired. Alvin Adams, a longtime son. George Johnson, I don't know which one, but one of them retired. World Be Free had a nice long 15-year career. Played for a bunch of teams: Sixers, Clippers, Warriors, Cavaliers, Sixers. A couple of during the sim, he really shined as a Sixer. For this sim, he was a 3-time All-Star. Not going to make it to the Hall of Fame, at least not in this sim. But hell of a player. David Thompson, a 4-time All-Star. Probably also not going to make the Hall of Fame, but he also had a nice, illustrious career in the league. Made it all the way to 1990. I don't think he made it that far in real life. Kind of bounced around the league the last few seasons after being on the Supersonics for a long time, and before that the Denver Nuggets. So Godspeed to him. George Gervin, he's a Hall of Famer for sure. Had a lot of great seasons for the Spurs, and then a couple of good seasons for the Bulls before his career kind of tapered off a little bit when he went to the Bucks and then the Warriors as a sixth man. But 11-time All-Star, 5-time, 7-time total All-NBA player. Lonnie Shelton, role player. That I don't know. I don't really know much else about him, but he was around, and now he's gone. So, thank you, Lonnie Shelton. He played for the Timberwolves, and I think that was enough for him to say, I don't want to play for an expansion team for more than one season. If that's it for me, then I guess I'll just stop. Artis Gilmore had a lot of great seasons for the Bulls and the Spurs. I guess he was a free agent all of the 1990 season, and that was enough for him to want to say goodbye. I mean, he was a 69 overall. There really was no point to keep him around on a team. But he had some nice games. He showed up early in the sim, so it's going to be sad to see him go finally. Bill Willoughby, I don't remember ever seeing him on any team. And now all these guys don't matter. Yeah. Louis Orr, Mark Iavaroni, Charles Jones. These guys look familiar. But, yeah, I mean, anything else? Hopefully I didn't accidentally retire someone who shouldn't have been retired. But George Gervin is going to make it to the Hall of Fame. I wasn't sure if he was actually going to retire this year because he's gonna his jersey in San Antonio is going to get hung up. No one's going to be able to wear number 44 ever again. There were times where I thought about having him retire as a San Antonio Spur, but he was still so good that I want him to have actual minutes on a team, and so I decided he should go on the Warriors instead of the Spurs because the Warriors give him minutes. The Sixers, the Kings. So the Sixers are changing their uniforms in their court. Kings changing their uniforms. Mavericks, the floor. Nets, whole new look for them. Pacers are going to have a whole new look. The Pistons changing the uniforms in their floor. New floor for the Rockets and the Sonics and the Suns. Whole new look for the Blazers. New floor for the Celtics. Uniforms, a new floor for the Clippers. And the Hawks get a new floor. So a lot of fashion changes. It's going to be very 90s. We're going to get even more 90s than usual. Let's check out the NBA lottery. Check out the results of that, and that's going to be the end of this episode. The next episode is going to start with the NBA draft, or I might show you the lottery, who's in the draft in the lottery again for a refresher course. But I like starting the offseason videos with the draft. I've decided. So, but let's see. Okay, I was just vamping until we got to the lottery odds. Here we go. The Sixers, they had the Clippers pick. They're going to pick number 11 in this draft. The Warriors get to keep their pick, and they pick 10th. So I think the Nuggets had their pick, but because the Warriors stayed in the lottery, it was a lottery protected pick, so they stay. They keep their pick. I can barely talk at this point in this video. Cleveland Cavaliers pick 9th. I don't know what in the world they're gonna do with that pick, but we'll see when that time comes in the next episode. And then the 8th pick is gonna go to the Denver Nuggets. Okay, Denver Nuggets trying to add to what's a pretty exciting young team with Mookie Blaylock, Dan Marley, Charles Smith. So we'll see what they do with that pick. Seattle SuperSonics get the 7th pick, which is a little bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping that they would be in the top 3, top 2, maybe get Gary Payton, but that's not going to happen now. I was really pushing for that to happen, but it's not going to happen. Milwaukee Bucks get the 6th pick in the draft. They really fell off these last 2 seasons, and now they're very much a development rebuild team at this point. The Timberwolves pick number 5. That's the first big surprise in this lottery. Heat and Nets are going to be in the top 3, which is very interesting. The Magic get to pick number 4. So the Magic with the 4th pick. And let's see who is going to be in the top 3. I mean, we know, but what's the order? Let's check it out. So the number 3 pick of the draft is going to be the New Jersey Nets. The New Jersey Nets get pick number 3. And let's check out pick number 2. It's going to be between the Heat and the Hornets, 2 expansion teams. The Nets are the only team, non-expansion team, to crack the top 5. The Hornets get pick number 2, which means the winner, the very, very likely winner of the Gary Payton sweepstakes, is going to be the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are going to land Gary Payton. It's almost a certainty at this point because he's far and away the best player of the 1990 draft. So that is it for this video. Next episode is the draft and the off season. Hope you look forward to that. Thank you very much for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Peace and love.